Alright, so we got going today with the 2000 Camaro. It's got a service engine light on it, so we're going to check. And once you got it plugged in, it's pulling up O2 codes for the driver's side O2 sensor. So that's what we're going to look into right now. Alright, so it's showing that this one, the driver's side one, is actually not reading right. And looking at it, since we don't have any rear O2s, bank one sensor one is the front driver's, which I don't see any the lines don't look burnt at all. So I'm assuming maybe it's just a bad O2 or an O2 getting caked up. So we're gonna take that one out and see how it looks. First off, disconnect I have an O2 extension that's gonna be leaking fluid out of it. So the extension runs up inside, up by the motor mount in there. There's a plug in there where it usually would mount that if you do not have long tubes and have factory manifolds. If you got long tubes, they're gonna be back here and then all the way up front. So right now, we actually have a bunch of other O2s hanging up. I think this one will actually be the right size. So then we got another now. Alright, so what we're gonna do first is we saw some liquid coming out of this connector. We're actually gonna spray some with some electronic cleaner first, just to make sure it's got a good connection on it. It evaporates really quick, so you don't gotta worry about wiping it off. Now for this one, alright, for this I'm gonna use the crescent wrench, match the actual width of it, since this shouldn't be stuck in there too bad. Break it loose. Looks a little caked up, like fouled up, but there's no super obvious signs of it not working. Maybe it's just been a little bit old. Alright, so I actually took that extension off of this one because I'm actually curious to see if it'll actually be enough to use the stock or the ones we already have, the extensions, which I think it'll reach, but I need to check first. Which it will actually reach. I just gotta figure out how to make it so it's not a tight connection. And just put a new one in, tighten it. You don't want to get it super tight in there, just get it pretty snug and pretty tight. Then we're just gonna pop these two connectors on. Now the part, we need to zip tie this up somewhere so it's not in direct contact with the headers. Alright, so what I did is I cut a hole actually in the heat shield right here. I drilled a small little hole in there. I'm going to put a zip tie through that, and then I'm going to loop this up and tuck it up higher so it doesn't come in contact with the header, because this metal piece will actually burn off this red, well, actually heat coated wiring, not so much, but this piece you definitely want to keep out of the header's grasp. Not going to be fun. Alright, so now we got it actually tucked up in there, and it's actually not coming into contact with it at all. Even the heat coated wiring isn't. So we got that like that. We're gonna drive it for a bit, try to get the codes to clear. If the codes still stay persistent, we're going to have to try another O2. But this is generally how you fix an O2 issue in a 98-02 F body, especially if you got long tubes on it. If you got stock manifolds, it's a little bit easier, I think. So the old O2 may have just been bad, and hopefully the new one we threw in there is actually gonna work, because I have like a bunch of these old O2s that hold on my car. So I thought maybe for something actually had a spark plug issue for. But I got Corvette O2s and then regular Camaro O2s. So I hope that it was actually a good rifle up there. So I'm gonna try to clear the codes right now and then drive around with a cycle of like 50 miles. And then if it comes back up, then I know that O2 is bad and I gotta use another one. But hope that's not the issue and that I can actually stay using this one. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, I'll be with more soon. Peace.